Guys, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to do these mini shells. I just real quick wanted to show you a close-up of this stitch. They're like mini shells that are stacked one on top of the other. And to do this pattern, you're going to need a worsted weight yarn or any size yarn and whatever hook that yarn recommends. I'm using worsted weight yarn, which is 4-ply for the US, 10-ply for Australia, and I'm using a 5mm hook or a size H hook. This stitch is done in multiples of 3, and what that means is that you're going to chain in 3s. So you'll chain 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and when you've got it the width that you want, then you're ready to start. Okay, so chained in multiples of 3. I think I got 16. Wait, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. Okay, I have 18. And so it doesn't matter. Just get your desired width, and then you want to double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So count 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this 4th chain, you want to put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 double crochets worked all in that same chain stitch. Then you want to skip 2. So 1, 2, and then this next chain, put 3 double crochets. Okay, I'm very sorry about that. I got a telephone call just then. Bad timing. So we just skipped 2, and we put 3 double crochets in the next chain. We're going to repeat that for the whole row. We're going to skip 2, and then the next, you're going to work 3 double crochets. So continue to do this until you have 2 chains on the end of your row. Okay, when you come to the end of your row and you have 2 chains left, then you're going to skip 1 chain and then double crochet in the very last chain. And this will even up your row. The 3 chains that you skipped here at the beginning, 2 of them count as a double crochet, and then the 3rd counts as that chain 1 that you skip on the end. So it evens it all out. Now to start row 2 and all other rows from here on out, you want to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. I hope this isn't too close. You want to chain 3 and then turn. Now this chain or double crochet that's here, that's the border, you're always going to skip that. It's always going to be the chain 3 or the double crochet at the end of your row. You always want to put your double crochet in the center of these 3 double crochets. So you'll always be working in the center. So basically when you start, you're going to skip 1 stitch, because as I said, this first one won't count ever. You'll skip 1 stitch, and then in the next you'll start your 3 double crochets. So I'm going to skip 1 and do my 3 double crochets in that center double crochet. I know it can be confusing at the beginning of the row to know if someone's counting this very first stitch or not. You know, do you skip the very first stitch? The chain, does the chain 3 count as the first stitch? So it's really confusing. So I'm just separating it out. This will never count as a stitch, okay? You'll just skip 1, and then you'll do your first 3 set in the center. Now for the rest of the row, you'll be skipping 2. You'll be skipping this, which is the 3rd double crochet, so you'll skip that, and then you'll skip the next one, which is the 1st double crochet, which will bring you to the middle. So basically you're just skipping the last double crochet of this set and the 1st double crochet of this set. So you'll skip 2, 1, 2, and in the 3rd you'll work your 3 double crochets. And you should be aligned in that center middle double crochet again. They should line up center to center. And then you'll be repeating that for the row. You'll skip 2, and in the 3rd you'll work your 3 double crochets in that same stitch. So just continue down your row, and I'll show you how to end your row. Okay, I just did my last set of 3. Now all I'm left with is the last double crochet of this set. Here in the center is where you worked your set of 3. So you have the last double crochet of the set, and then you have your chain on this side. Now the chain, the top of the chain here, is where you're going to want to end your row by putting a double crochet. So skip this stitch here, this one stitch, and double crochet in the last chain stitch of the row. And I'll back out so you can see, at least I hope I'll back out. I was going to say you could start with the foundation. I know some people prefer to start with the foundation, because if you don't, see the chains are so much less stretchier than the rest. You can fix that by just not chaining too tightly here. So you can loosely chain. I obviously didn't loosely chain, so it's pulling a little bit. But you can do a foundation single crochet for your first row, and it will work as well. So again, when you want to start your next row, again, you'll chain 3, always chain 3 at the end, turn, skip this first double crochet of the set, and working in the middle. So skip 1 and work your first set of 3 double crochets in that first middle double crochet. And then again, from now on, you'll be skipping 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then the third, you'll work your 3 double crochets. And you're going to be repeating this over and over and over again. It's a very easy, simple stitch, but I think it looks really nice. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to like and share. It really helps me out a lot. Also, if you're wondering what kind of hook this is the Wooden Furls hook. And also, if you want to order one of these, I recommend that you order it with the elongated handle or hook. And also, if you haven't joined my Crochet for the Masses group yet, you should do that, because it is a really fun place to share pictures of stuff that you have crocheted, maybe some really nice free patterns that you ran into. You can share links to those, or just get your questions answered, because there's a lot of people who've been crocheting for a long time on that board, and they're always willing to help people out. So that's it, guys. Thank you so very much for watching.